Is everyone still with me? I didn't lose you, did I? Are you falling asleep? Because I'm talking about plants. Just kidding. Okay, I'm going to be talking about the umbrella plant that I have here in my room. And it's a little bit more challenging than the ones I've already talked about. Remember, I've talked about, do you remember the name of these ones? Did you see that video? String of pearls. And then this vine, which I even forget the name. I don't expect you guys to know that. And then the spider plant back here, I've talked about those ones already. But the umbrella plant, like I was saying, it's a little bit more of a challenge. So if you're not quite ready to jump into it yet, maybe just listen about it and see if it's something you can fit into your lifestyle. It does require a little bit more sunlight than the previous ones that I've talked about. This one I have on my desk away from the window, so no direct sunlight, but it does do really well if you have more sunlight than less sunlight. And they'll open up really big like it's doing here. It likes a good rotate every now and then so that all of the new leaves that are coming up get all of that sunlight. Plants love the sun, right? In terms of water, you can see just kind of any soil will do. You don't want it to ever be too wet, but you also don't want it to dry out like some of the other ones that I've talked about are really easy to kind of dry out. Not for this one. It doesn't like that and it will start to die off. I've never let it happen because it will tell you, it'll show you signs, kind of yellowing leaves, and just kind of stress signals if it starts to change color. That's a good indication that something's wrong and you either need to water more, or if you're watering consistently, maybe water less. But the umbrella plant is nice, and I've had this in its pot for a while. I honestly couldn't even tell you how long. I haven't transplanted it. I've been wanting to, but it really doesn't need a transplant yet. So I'm just telling you, you guys can go a while without feeling like the plant needs to be transplanted. They'll do actually pretty well until they start to tell you, help. This is a pretty low cost fertilizer that I have found for my indoor plants. And they also have one for succulent and cacti and things with lower watering needs as well. And between the two of these, I've found that they work really good for the plants that I have. And I only will fertilize them here in the springtime because you don't want the plant to stress out growing all year long every season. I only give them about half a pump. It works out easy for something this size. You only need half a pump every other week, every 2 weeks even, and then just kind of regularly how you would water it otherwise in between. And then you get bright green leaves once they start to grow in.